It's about 1:45 on April 30th, 2026, and I'm here with the sheep. I just put out some minerals for them, not a lot because it's raining, and it's going to rain some more tonight and tomorrow. The dog wants to see what it is. That sheep seems to be shedding a little bit too much. I don't know, is that normal? I guess it is. But anyway, it's about 56, 60 degrees, something like that. I wanted to put out the minerals and then, oh, somebody got poop all over them. And then see if there's any new lambs. And so I'm just looking for lambs that are left alone while their mamas eat the minerals. And I don't see any. I think that's a new lamb there. I'm going to get a picture of her. No, that's not it. Let me see if it is. I can't possibly. No, that one's the one I already tagged. Let me try to find the new one. Get down off me. Back. Get back. Get off me. Where is she? Hey, 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 hey. And the dog is just jumping up and down. The sheep are. I don't like that. They don't like it when dogs get excited. So, obviously the dog's excited because I'm here. Okay, that's the new lamb there. And that might be a new lamb as well. Yeah, I think there's two new lambs here. Let me get a picture of this one. She's doing a good job hiding that lamb from me. It's the dog, probably. Dog that's jumping up and down and scaring her. Here. There we go. Now let's go look at this other one. Would you just calm down, little dog? My goodness. Yeah, see, the sheep's putting herself between the lamb and the dog. There. Now I got pictures of the lambs. So 2 lambs so far this spring. I did have a couple earlier in the year. Wasn't a great time to have lambs. But I wanted to target June for the lambing. So I brought in, I think I brought him in January sometime. I'll have to review the footage. But, I did want to say a few words. I've been meaning to say something about this for a while. So Greg Judy's doing a Flerd where he's combined the sheep and the cows together. And I'm going to explain why I'm not doing that. And maybe why you might not want to do that. If you listen to Greg Judy talk, the big advantage of having a Flerd is that the cows protect the sheep from the hawks and the vultures and the eagles and stuff like that. So the sheep, I think they cross the line on their own to join the cows for protection. Now maybe his dogs aren't especially sensitive to the birds. I know that my dogs are pretty good about it, but they definitely don't get 100% of the birds. But there's a couple disadvantages to having a Flerd that I'm sure he's aware of. Is the cows and the sheep, they really don't get along that well. Even if they're familiar with each other, the size difference makes some problems. I don't feed free choice minerals. I'm planning on investing in that someday, but not right now. I'm trying to calm this dog down as much as I can, but my goodness, she just has too much energy. But anyway, so I'm feeding a specific mineral for the cows that I shouldn't feed to the sheep, and vice versa. It's not so much the copper poisoning that I'm worried about. It's the other bits. Like there's things that sheep need that cows don't, and vice versa. So right now I'm feeding the sheep it's an add-in, it's a mix-in from Premier One. The sheep seem to really like that. It seems to work really well with them. And I just made a little bit because it's raining. I didn't want to ruin any of it. And the cows, I plan to go to Martindale Feed Mill, and it's like $45 a bag. It's not cheap stuff by any stretch of the imagination, but it is good. Oh good, I see that new lamb is nursing. The cow stuff I get from Martindale Feed Mill, and that stuff I think is pretty effective. The cows like it, they eat it, and they just seem to do well on it. You know, so I'm going to get a couple bags of that. I imagine I'll put a bag down and they'll eat it within a couple days because they haven't had any for a long time. And so that's one of the reasons why I don't do it. Another reason is the sheep, they seem to break out more when the cows are around. I keep like a narrow row, like 50 feet is pretty narrow, I think. I could probably go narrower, but at some point the sheep can't get comfortable because they're always close to a wire, and so they can't really relax. So I don't like to go much narrower than this, maybe 30 feet if I'm doing like daily moves or something, but even then I think it's a little bit much. And when you put cows and sheep together in a row like this, the sheep are going to break out. I just wasn't able to keep the sheep in. And with this, they're doing pretty well. I think they break out like, it seems like every third day. If I don't move them quick enough, they'll break out on their own. If there's a thunderstorm, they might break out. I think that's just them like panicking and running. You know, what do they see over there? Oh, there's a bird, I think. Anyway, so and then winter, when we're feeding the hay, I just don't think it's good to, because the cows, they like to stand on the hay. You know, sheep like to do it too, but I just think it causes too many problems. So anyway, Greg Judy has his reasons for doing it. It seems working out well for him. I'm not saying that he shouldn't be doing it. I'm saying that you might not want to do it. You might want to do it as well. There might be benefits that you're looking for. The way I've got things set up right now is I'm like rotating through the entire pasture. I think I'm not gonna, maybe I'll just do the entire pasture again. The north side is so good, I don't see why I should leave it fallow. But I'm rotating through, and so, you know, 180 degrees through the rotation, they're sheep, and then 180 degrees after that, it's cows. So when the grass recovers and it's time to graze again, it's opposite breed, opposite species is eating the forage there. So that's kind of the way. I think that's a pretty good way. The parasites that the sheep would otherwise eat and get infected with, it takes that much longer for them to hit reinfected ground. You know what I mean? Same for the cows. So I think that's a good way to keep the parasite count down. I have no like scientific studies to back that up with. That's just my imagination. So, you know, take that with a grain of salt. So, and as I've said many times, if you're just following my advice blindly, you're not being very smart. So, I don't really think I really have much wisdom to share beyond people that have been doing this for a lot longer. So anyway, I'm trying to find that one. It was born in January. The front half is, I think that's it right there. Yeah, I think that is. They grow quick. She just ate the top of that seed head there. That's what they like. They like the seeds, you know. They'll take each piece of grass and break off the seed. So, yeah, so there's a new lamb. Hello, little lamb. Anyway, that's all I've got for you guys today. Have a great day. Take care and bye-bye.